Oh.
Hello, everybody. We don't know who's here yet. We're going to wait for people to show up.
I can't even see anything.
We don't have to see it. They're looking at it. This is what we see. What their questions and stuff will pop up over here.
Oh my goodness. I won't be able to read that.
That's why I put you on that side.
I'll just look pretty.
Damn light. Oops. Got one. Somebody's here. Duncan, hello, lady. How's Missouri? She lives in Windsor, up by where the Neil Homestead's at. Can you hear me? Find where the sound of that here. Need a little more light. It's hard to see you. Yeah,
I told you.
we know we had to take all the light fixtures down in the process of moving. So we have a bare bulb up there, unless we have something that we can plug in somewhere.
Behind you?
Oh, yeah, but behind it, this won't do any good. Not long enough to plug in over there. Crap. Oh, gotta be distracted this way. There we go, a little better.
No, blinding.
Hello, Joe. It's 9 p.m. here. Should be 7. Is it 7? Was it 6-hour difference, 7-hour difference from. Hello, Mo Homesteading. She's another one in Missouri. Barnaby's here. Well, that's 3 more people than we thought would show up. 2 p.m. Central there. Okay, I got all kinds of time wrongs. Well, I did say on the other post, I said Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight.
Barnaby's wanting to say hello.
Come here, Barnaby. Come here.
Goodness.
There, the monster's in the window.
Barnaby's saying hello to everybody.
I got my time screwed up apparently, but thank you. We are in Germany, Bergtan, Germany. So we're in the process of getting everything packed up here to move to the States. Apparently we got a bit of time lag going. So I got a thumbs up already. Thank you. You can scoot in.
Can you see?
Yep, I can see plain.
I see the light.
I
see the light.
You see the light.
I see the light.
Yeah. My goodness, where are you moving to? Missouri. The Ozarks. We bought a farm in Oregon County. So, yeah, it's been interesting so far. We're about 2/3 of the way packing the house up. But got 3 people online. Woohoo! Yeah. Well, I lived in Missouri for 10 years, Dent County and Pulaski. So I'm very familiar with it. Yes, it is a good place to live, Brenda. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mike. This is Petra. She's the smart, pretty one. And then, well, Barnaby's the dumb, pretty one. I'm sorry. This is new to me. I didn't know there was another live. uh, Central West. Hello, Amy Lynn.
Hello, everybody.
Apparently, I screwed it up, and everybody's waiting in another live somewhere for us. But, oops.
There's more than one live?
Apparently there is. I didn't know that. Pete just said, Pete's little home said they're in the other live. Oops. Yeah, I know where you're at, Brenda. Hello, son. Yarnbird, the guy that just popped up in the list, is our son. Feel free to give him hell. He's about 30 miles away from where we're at right now. No, you're not. Oh, yeah, I know you are. Oh, there's Joe. Well, we got 3 people in here. That's more than I thought we'd have. But apparently, Pete went over to the other live that I think I screwed up at and is collecting people. So, well, it's one good thing about being a small channel. We don't have to worry about trolls. Mo homesteading? No, he is not. He is 31, married, and lives in their hometown. But he can come over anytime he wants. He's a dual citizen. Okay, Joe. Thank you for stopping in. My slice of heaven outdoors. I can do that. I'm good with trolling. Yeah, I know you're good with trolling. It's a genetic thing. This is the first time we've done a live, and I wasn't sure how to do what with it, and I'll figure it out. Thank you, Pete's Little Homestead. I screwed things up. We'll wait until more people get in here before we pass out what the good news is. Yeah, Missouri is home to me. I wasn't born there, but I lived there for better part of 10 years, and it's home. It's actually Bavaria here where we're at is very similar. It's got the same kind of timber, same kind of trees. The terrain is much the same.
Same kind of crazy weather.
Same kind of crazy weather.
Lots of rain lately, floods, everything, yeah. Just like in Missouri.
What potato did I use for a camera? Yeah, it's because we're on the laptop, Joey. I wasn't smart enough to figure out how to hook up one of the Canons yet, and I don't have an AC power lead for it. But we're on live. So, yeah, I'm using a potato. It's a 7-year-old laptop. I'm using what I got. Thanks, Pete. Wow, we got 4 people and 4 thumbs up. We're batting 100 already. Hello, McClendon. Is this Chris or Stacy or both of you? See, I really do have a wife.
No, I'm fake.
Actually, no, we didn't get it here. That was further south than where we're at. Down by Munich, I think.
Yeah, about what's 250 kilometers.
Yeah, about 160 miles. I know this is new. This is the first live stream. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. I'm an idiot. She's got all the brains. Yeah. See.
You can see that even in the dark.
she's a paper cutout. Yeah.
Joey, I'm not paper cutout.
She better not be a paper cutout. She gave birth to you. The McLennan, the one, it's Stacy. Hey, the wife is. You were asleep when our. Yeah, she's asleep generally when you guys do your lives because you got to work in the morning. We're 6, 7 hours ahead. Yarnbird in here is our son. Feel free to give him crap. He's in here trolling his mom and dad. Oh, and McLennan, you had last night. You were talking about not wanting to wear a kilt. I wear a kilt, and she will verify it.
Yes, and he wears it the real way.
Regimental. Nothing underneath it. We talked about that. I'm not. Yes, you are. It's either that or AK's online. AK in your YouTube. Yard bird. That's a chicken. Well, we got some big news today. Give you a little background. On March 5th, we mailed Petra's application for visa immigration in. And then on June 6th, we got a letter saying that some of the paperwork is messed up. We corrected it, mailed it back in. We got an email today that says her application has been approved. Yay!
Yay!
But we knew it was gonna.
So it might only take another, who knows how many months.
3, 4, 5 months. Now the second step has got to go through the Department of State, and it requires more paperwork and doctor stuff and an interview, and then they finally give her the visa. So the USA, yeah, correct. We're going to Missouri, home. So coming back to the States, yes, we are. But yeah, sometime next month we're going to have the cargo container dropped off. We're going to load it up over the weekend and then have it shipped out. And then shortly after that, I'll fly over and get repairs started and wait for the shipping container to get there. And she'll be here until the visa either working or being lazy on the couch at her aunt's house if she's not working, or walking the dog. Yeah. Barnaby, people want to see you.
I'm not ever lazy laying on a couch.
I know. Come here, Bubba. Up. Come on. Stacy wants to see you. Up. Come here, monster. Here's the beautiful one in the family. Come here, Bubba.
Not the only hairy one, but the only beautiful one.
Not the only hairy one. This is true. Barnaby. Mwah. Thank you. He's a red merle, Australian Shepherd, and he's 3.5 years old and spoiled rotten.
By you.
By you too.
Nah, not ever.
Yeah, always.
You give kisses? Kisses? Kisses.
We have another dog in. Yep, that's him, Joey. He wants to play. Hello, Poop. Wow, we got 7 people in here now. Anna, not Hannah. Hello. I don't think I know you.
There's me. That's AK.
Oh, okay. That is AK. And I see Graybeard. How you doing? You're going to be one of our reasonably close neighbors. So you get to see what your neighbors look like. This is the pretty one. I'm the ogre.
That's the hairy one.
And this is the hairy one.
And Anna, not Hannah, is our daughter-in-law.
Yep. Okay. I don't know how to fix that, lady. Yep. Anna, not Hannah, is Anna, our daughter-in-law, Yarnbird's wife. Is that Shrek 5? No, I'm not green. That's a weird donkey. Are you a weird donkey? Yes, you are. He's a stink machine. I don't know how to do the wrench thingy. I'll give you a wrench. See if I can figure out and get the mouse working here. Add moderator. There we go. You now have a wrench. Hello, Claybank. Glad you could make it. We need a dragon. Go recap of what we said a bit ago. Petra's I-130, the application for immigration, has been approved. So we got great news today. And that's why I wanted to do a live stream, even if it's kind of inconvenient, because it's special. Well, I'm special. He's normal. And she married me twice. So that's a special kind of special. Hammer time. No, don't hammer on Yarnbird. That's our son. I'll hammer on him later. Right here. I think Stinky wants to go outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're dragging donkey babies. Wouldn't that be a burning ass? Oh, let's see. If anybody had any questions, feel free to ask. I have no idea what we're doing here. This is all new to us. She didn't want to do it. She's going to sit there and look pretty. That's what she told me. Depends on which is the end of the dragon, I guess.
Can anybody actually see us, or is it still too dark? I kind of can't see anything on the screen. Oh, no, don't do that. That's crazy. Don't.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a bit weird. Don't mind him.
We had to take some of the lights in the house down because that's just the way it works here. That's because she is pretty. You ever play? Yeah. Actually, homesteading we did. We do rather. In January, we bought a 30-acre old farm. So yep, we have a place. It needs a whole lot of work, and I will be camping there pretty much for about the first 4 months until I can get things up and running, and then I'm hoping by the time that she gets there, I've got it at least livable, because she's not the roughing camping type for more than about a week.
Yeah, well, at least not in the middle of winter.
But that's when it makes it fun. To get there.
No, it's not fun. It's cold.
It's cuddle time.
Yeah.
A bit weird is an understatement. Yeah. Hey. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. The original farm that it was part of was 260 acres, and we got 30 of it. And we were lucky enough to get the old house that already had a drilled well. Oh, somebody say, hey, Chris, single father, single dad in here? Graybeard. Basically, we are camping. I understand how that is. That's what I'm going to be doing to start with. But I'm an outdoors person anyway, and it doesn't bother me. I curl up in a blanket and I can sleep under a rock and have. Oh, yeah. there's going to be a lot of that. She's already got plans for like half a county worth of raised beds.
At least.
Yeah,
But first the house, maybe.
the house,
Or some of the house.
But, yeah, we got lucky. The old house was unoccupied for the better part of 10 years, so the critters got in it. Actually, I'm kind of hoping for a really, really cold winter this year, Brenda. It'll help kill off some of the bugs because I've got about 12 acres of pasture to mow down, and I'd prefer, hey, there he is. Oh, Chris. And I'd prefer not to be tick covered all the time. Single dad, I see you. I suppose Elan's around there somewhere. Hello, Elan, the cute little blonde. Yeah, raised beds are the way to go. We're both on the latter side of the hilltop and not getting any younger. We're about an hour and a half from Baker Creek, straight over on 60. So she's upstairs. Yeah, yeah. Baker Creek is about an hour and a half drive, straight to the west of us. Yeah, Hugel beds is the way to go. The way we've got it planned right now, we're going to make 2 foot high raised beds, and the bottom half or more is going to be all log and timber and leaves and everything else we can cram into it.
Gonna be lots of it on the farm.
No, I don't think I'm going to be able to go to the HOA, and she won't be there yet. I've got too many things to do before she gets here to take out time to do that. But as I said last night, Shindig is probably on the calendar because that's next April, and it's about a 3.5 hour drive for us. That's down by Roots and Refuge, the Shindig. I'm Mike.
And I'm Petra.
And the fuzzy one over there is Barnaby.
Services in and out.
Okay. Thanks, Graybeard, for showing up.
Thanks for showing up.
No, we are not stateside yet, Chris. Won't be until at least the end of next month. They pick up the shipping container in 2 weeks before August. So it won't be until after that until I'm in the States. Thanks, Graybeard. Brenda, I know where you're at. You're not too far from the Neals, and you're not too far from Arrow Ridge, and I know exactly where you're at. I'm just not going to say what town it is. I'm hoping to be stateside a week or so after the shipping container goes, because I'm going to have to buy a vehicle when I get there, get insurance, drive from North Carolina to Alabama and then to Missouri, which all that stuff takes time. And the shipping container company says 4 to 5 weeks before it gets door to door. Yep, I know that, Brenda. I've got you guys pinned on a map, or at least the towns. I don't know where your exact location's at. Yay, Bama! Prior to coming here to Germany, I lived in Huntsville, which is where my sister's at. So going from South Carolina or North Carolina to Huntsville, that puts me about a halfway trip. And then drive from there to Missouri. It's kind of, if I don't, we got a phone call. Stacy, no, we won't be able to make the HOA this year. I've got too many things to do on the house to get it prepped before she gets there. but we probably almost definitely will be at the Shindig next spring in April. That's about a 3.5 hour drive for us. Um, yeah, it's kind of messed up. When I got here from Alabama, Germany exchanged my driver's license straight over for a German one. If I go straight back to Missouri I got to take all the driver's tests and everything again. So I'm going to go to Alabama and have them change it from a German license back to an Alabama license. And it'll save me having to do a bunch of other stuff later. It is like shortwave people used to do. And I use Google Earth and I make a KMZ file out of it. And I have not shared it with anybody. And if people want me to add stuff onto the map, I can do that. I can also make it public through my Google account so people can see it. I don't want to put anybody's actual location down. I only put down the town where they're at. I've got, I don't know, about 60 or 70 scattered all over the United States. When I got my German license, yeah, they kept the Alabama license. Okay. This is going to be a long story. Chris, you asked for it.
Sit tight.
Yeah. In 1983, I got stationed here in Germany. In 1984, I met her.
Long time ago.
In 1985, I got sent back to the States. In 1985, she came to the States and we got married. 1988, I got stupid. We got divorced. She came back to Germany. Our son, Yarnbird, who's in the chat here, got married in 2015. I came over for the wedding. Found out that she didn't hate me. I went back to the States, closed up everything there, came back in April 2016. We got married the second time on June 14th, 2016. Our first marriage was June 14th, 1986. So I've been here since April of 2016, and shortly we're going back to the States. So there you go. Now you have the long story minus all the gory details.
We'll leave those out.
Yes, it is your fault or fame or infamy because our son invited me to his wedding. I'm not sure it's fabulous, but it's definitely different. And crazy. It is crazy.
Very crazy. But very true.
I found out that for 30 years, the person that I loved the most didn't hate me.
Well, I did a little. For a while.
She still does.
Daily. I do occasionally. Still.
But we got married. The first time we got married was in the city park in Pekin, Illinois, which is my birth town. And this time when we got married in a 1,000-year-old castle.
Tiny castle.
Yeah, tiny castle.
Castle.
Anna, I'm fairly certain that Hollywood wouldn't want it. They do stranger crap out there than we could ever do. Petra. Petra. Do you like the States?
Well, I did 30 years ago. I haven't been there for about 15 years, probably. But yes, I like the States, or else I would move back.
Don't know how to spell. Okay. Single dad, you asked for it. You got it. That was the short version. Petra. That's correct, Stacy.
That's it. And Americans pronounce it Petra, and the English and Irish pronounce it Petra. And
Okay. My lovely wife, Petra, was born in the German area of Franconia.
um,
In German, it's called Franken. Petra is the Greek word for stone. This is my little Frankenstein.
he's
Stein is
crazy.
stone in German.
Did I mention he's crazy? Now you know.
It's changed some since then. Changed what? Life? Yeah.
The States, yeah, the States
Yeah.
have probably changed quite a bit since then, but so has Germany.
Yeah. This is not the Germany it was 30 years ago. But where our farm is located at, put it this way, we're 2 miles off Blacktop and the nearest town is 12 miles away. So we'll be good. No problems, Chris. Thank you for showing up, single dad. Um, we got 11 people in here now, and that's about 10 more than I thought would show up.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, Chris. And you tell your little daughter that whenever we get to the stage, we're going to have horses and you're going to be welcome anytime.
um, some aspects of Germany are really good, some of them are not. Here lately, there's been a whole lot of not, but that's the German government's doing. Oh, she gets mad at me all the time. Hello, Dave Northwater. I don't think I know you, but I will. Oh, single dad, I'm going to be flying into Charlotte. That may be sooner than what you think.
You may want to lock up all your doors.
Because I know where you live. Let's put it this way. I won't say where, but the address is 103. Oh yeah, she's a horse fanatic.
just a
Lives and
little.
breathes horses.
Yeah, you can just show up anytime once we're there.
Yeah,
Once we got the horses
I know
established.
where you're at, and you're up there in Appalachia, and I'm pretty familiar with it. As we've talked about before, my grandfather was born not far from you. Yep. Is it 101? I got 103, but I know what the road is. But, yeah, Petra is definitely a horse person, and she's been looking at the Mustang auctions. You too, Tanya. Tanya, nice to meet you as well. Oh yeah. Oh hey, single dad. Do you like dark beer? Oh, you own both. Okay, well that explains it. Be surprised what you can find on satellite images nowadays. I don't know what your address is, Brenda. I only know that you're in Windsor or around Windsor. But yep, single dad, if you like dark beer, you're going to have to come down to the shindig next April. And I promise I will save at least one for you. It'll be hard because I love that beer. It's Weltenberg. Weltenberg Bar Rock Dunkel. It is the best beer on the face of the planet. And Germans know a lot about beer, and she'll agree with it.
About drinking beer, anyway.
Yeah.
Brewing, too.
Uh, there you go. I'll save you one. Joey, what do you mean I'm greedy? I can't bring all that many back.
Officially, none.
Officially, none. Can't bring any legally. No, actually, you can. You can bring two, I think. You're running the kids area at the shindig. Cool.
Well, then I know where to take Mike.
I think I've just been insulted. I think I've just been insulted. Oh, he's 7 miles from Windsor. Okay. Well, Windsor's where I know. That's where your PO box is at. So that's all I put down on my little map pin. Yep. There will be a dark beer for you. He can play in the ball pit. Thanks, son. You're being really helpful, but you got to remember, I know where you live, boy. Besides, they won't let me in the ball pit. I'm too big. running the kids area at Shindig. Thank you, Chris, for showing up. But, do you want grains to grow to make your own? Yes, I do. I do. Barley, rye, and hops. That's what I need. But I'm not much of a beer brewer. Actually, I've been a mead brewer for about 30 years now. Talk to you later, single dad. Thank you.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, I'm a mead brewer. I've been making mead and wines for the better part of 30 years. I do enjoy a good dark beer, and I'll have to figure out how to make one that is reasonably good. But most of what I drink is meads. Um, natural sugars have a tendency to go through your body better than the commercial ones, and commercial mead tastes like jet fuel, and sort of most wines actually. Yeah, German wino. Mead, MEAD. Joey, you know better. Boy, you are trolling. Why you doing that?
Better watch you don't get kicked out.
Yeah, you get the banhammer. We made a. Oh, I'm gonna give single dad one. I forgot.
He was already out, I think.
Probably, but it will still make him one.
Yeah, he's out already.
Yeah. It's your life goal to be banned by your parents. Well, I'm not going to ban you, but I have made some moderators in here. Besides, I don't have to ban you. I know where you live. But yeah, it was good news today. Her I-130's been approved. Now we got to go through the rest of it. It's just silly. It if we'd have flown her to the States without the immigration visa, but with a visitor visa or on vacation, she could have just stayed and we could have filed the paperwork from there. But doing it that way makes it illegal, and there's a chance that they can reject it.
And the chance is not so slim anymore, actually.
Yeah, with everything that's going on, it's not a slim chance anymore. So we decided to do it right, and it's turning out to be a great big pain in the rumpus. But the approval is passed, so now it's just the final paperwork and the medical and the interview and stuff like that.
Step by step.
But the approval was the big one. Thank you, Pete. It's been a stressful 3 months waiting on it. But it didn't make any sense. She's been in the States multiple times. She had a green card the first time. She's the mother of a dual citizen, and she's married to an American citizen. So I don't see why they have to make it so hard for people to get in. And it's not like she's a terrorist. She
You
doesn't.
sure?
A terror, yes, not a terrorist. um, Yeah, it is better that way because we're both of the opinion that the illegal immigrants is a bad thing. And it's not just the United States, that's happening here in Germany as well. Last year, last September, last August, a friend of mine here who's ex-military has lived here for 30 years was going through the underground in Nuremberg and got jumped by a group of Middle Eastern men in broad daylight with about 100 people watching, and they have it on CCTV. But the Polizei, the police, they can't identify anybody, and they put him in the hospital. They broke multiple ribs. He ended up with 70 some stitches, uh, a severe concussion. And after living here for 30 years, he said, screw it. He packed up and he went back to the States. Terrorista? Yeah, that would be the Spanish version of a female terrorist. But yeah, Terry packed up and went home. Yeah, that's what they told him, is that they couldn't identify them at all. But it's funny, there's 100 people standing around that did nothing, and they caught everything on CCTV, but they can't identify anybody. Sounds and and from what I understand, it's much worse in Munich than it is around here. And, it was kind of shocking because Germany didn't used to be like that, and it's getting even worse now because we got a friend of ours that lives up north, and the Nigerian gangs are taking over neighborhoods up there, and they had to sell their apartment and move out, clear out 60 some kilometers away from town just to get away from it. Yeah, it does sound fishy, Brenda. It's politics, and and I understand why Germany wants the immigrants because of the birth rate and job replacement and things like that. It's logical to want the immigrants, but they're getting the wrong ones
And way too many.
and way too many. The official newscast report has been like 1.2 million or something in the last 3 years. It's way over that. Way over that. Yeah, and that's exactly what you do get when you open your borders to everyone. You get all the trash coming in, and there's no other way to put it. And so it's as frustrating as it is with the U.S. government and getting Peter's immigration visa and things like that. It's the right way to do it, which is why we did it. It's just pain. Uh, yeah, I know. I keep up on the news. It's one of the reasons we picked the area that we did. It's out in the middle of nowhere. We have the nearest neighbor is about three-quarters of a mile away, and we got national forest on three sides.
And we're going to be the immigrants there.
Yeah, and
basically.
She's going to be the immigrant there.
Yeah.
I used to hunt.
Not illegal though.
Yeah, there are a lot of them coming over the border now, MS-13, and they even from what I read, they even caught a whole bunch of Nigerians trying to come in through the border. That's just what we need, more of that. But Minnesota's having problems with them now. People with fake passports, state certificate, 40 and stuff like that. Yeah, well, when I got here to Germany, I had to go through an integration course, and I was the only non-Muslim in the class of about 30 people. Yes, the canoe is going in a container, Pete. Thank you for asking. Uh, that I was the only non-Muslim in the class, and I know for a fact that those guys had multiple IDs and things because nobody knew who they were. fact, we ran into one of them at a store not too long ago, and he's using a different name than what he was using when he was in class because it was on his ID tag. So, yeah, it's fishy. Yep, we are taking it with us. It's already partially wrapped. I got to put the shrink wrap on it later. It'll be one of the last things that go into the container because it's got to go on top. It's 16 foot 4 inches long. Container is only 20 feet. We're actually getting to take a lot more stuff than what we originally thought due to a benefactor. Uh, it was what, 2,500 euros for a cargo van.
Yeah, a lift van.
A lift van, and a shipping container was only 5,500. Uh, Thank you, Pete. Um, so Petra's aunt said, "Well, just get the shipping container, and she'll pay the difference." So, and it more than triples the amount of stuff that we can take,
At least.
and for not really all that much more. So we owe her a lot. It's not my first boat, Pete. I've built, I don't know, 16 or 17 of them over the years. Uh, Skin on frame, wood. I dabble in little things. Occasionally I get one of them right. What? But, we have a video on our channel that shows wedding photos of us of us at the castle. The obnoxious yard bird in here is the one that took the photos. He's a pretty good photographer, even if he is a troll. Needs to practice more with his camera, though. I haven't seen him take anything for a long time. Yeah, down to 6. Got 9 thumbs up. We're doing pretty good. First one. Woohoo! I wasn't sure this laptop would handle it. This thing is 7 years old, and it's doing all right, I think. It hasn't blown up yet and hasn't melted. You're one of the ogre with troll genes. Yeah, yeah. More of an ogre with troll genes. Yeah. Well, you are half genetically mine, so whoa. I understand. It, your mother's half made you short, though. I don't know what happened with that.
I'm short. What can I say?
I'm a foot taller than she is, and about 100 pounds heavier or so. Yeah, Joey's a good photographer, yarn bird. He's a good photographer. He just needs to get out and do it more. Uh, Big and short plus average. Yeah, that's actually about right. I'm not as big as I used to be. I've been shrinking over the years, unfortunately. Collapsed disc in my back, and no cartilage in my ankles, and no cartilage in my knees, and no brain in the skull. See that?
Not saying a thing.
Join a club. Yeah, I know. I will shrink more the older I get, but I'm still going to be bigger than you until I'm in the wheelchair, and then you'll be taller. Peter is 5'3", 5 foot 3 inches. So she's tiny.
Short.
She's
Not
tiny.
tiny.
Standing next to me, she's tiny. Barnaby's over there sleeping or attempting to. He disappeared. It's like, oh, they're talking to a machine. Hey, Booper. Get to mama. Get to mama. 4'11".
Now that's tiny. See,
that is
I'm
tiny.
not tiny. That's tiny.
That is tiny. That would be right about here.
Mm-hmm. Keep telling him I'm not tiny. You don't believe me.
He is tiny compared to me.
That's because you're ogre size.
Ogres, good for reaching high shelves and destroying things. No, it's the news we got today was a big stress reliever. Very much so.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see how many more weeks it takes.
Yeah. Well, we know that it's approved, and that's just a matter
Well,
of
the
the
first section.
The rest of it's formalities. Pete, you're 6'1".
6'1".
I'm somewhere between 6'1", 6'2" now. I used to be 6'3", but your husband is 6 foot. That sounds about right. But, I don't know if my shirt is showing up backwards and for you guys or not. I frequently wear oddball shirts like that. Freedom.
Did you ever get the shirt shop finished?
Which one?
Whichever.
Yeah, we are working on t-shirts. I've done professional photography for the past 14 or so years, and we set up a t-shirt on Redbubble so the people in Europe can order, and a shop on Spreadshirt so the people in the U.S. can order. The one in the U.S. has got more on it right at the moment than the one than Redbubble. Redbubble's a pain to upload stuff to. It takes longer. You got to do one at a time as opposed to mass upload. Your son would like this shirt. I'm trying to remember where I got it from. I think it was Think Geek, but I'm not sure. Freedom units equals imperial system. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the Petra shoots photography as well. Yes, she does. She denies it. She's actually pretty good. And right now, most of the photography that's up there, I've shot. But eventually, she will have her stuff up there too if I can get her to where she has the time to actually do it. But I just had a brain fart. I forgot what I was going to say.
Shirts.
Shirts, yeah. We originally set it up to go with Spreadshirt first, but they wanted some outrageously large amount to be for shipping to ship it to the EU, where her family and friends are at. So Redbubble actually will have it printed here and shipped to them. Had a small storm come through, huh? Was that a child small storm or actually a weather small storm? But yeah, the Redbubble will actually print it or outsource it to be printed here. So
I will be. Maybe not immediately, but we will definitely be getting horses.
She has been
more.
She has been drooling over Mustang auctions for the past 4 months. Yeah.
Well, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
Yeah, I know. She will be getting weather small storm. Kids are at church. Okay. Well, you said small storm. It could be either way. But, yeah, being able to ride is one of her simple happiness. It's kind of essential to her core being. And because of where our farm is at, she's going to have about 400 miles of horse trails within reach and never have to load a horse onto a trailer. So, yep, she will have a horse. Likely I'll have one as well, but I can't ride anymore. I've got a titanium shoulder, and I was told that if I break the bone, the implant's in, they take my arm off. So I don't ride anymore. Won't stop me from driving a wagon, though. Got to build a wagon first. But, yeah, it's she will have a horse, and it probably won't stop at one either.
We will see.
It won't stop at one. And that's fine. We've got about 12 acres, maybe a little more pasture, so there'll be plenty of space. Used to have riding, but arthritis won't let me anymore. Yeah, we understand that. Yeah, I'll be 54 this year, and she just hit 50 this spring. So,
And yeah, I know how that feels.
she has genetic rheumatoid. So yeah, we know. Get a pair, and the rest will come by itself. Yeah, it depends on the pair. They have to be uncut to get offspring, and they I don't think they auction off the stallion Mustangs, do they? I don't pay attention to it. But
No, they don't.
um, yeah, we'll eventually have other animals. In fact, one of the first things I'll do after I get there is chickens, just for a breakfast egg supply. Um, but we'll expand a little bit at a time. Well, we've been on here almost for an hour now, and we had at least 10 people come in here. That's 9 more than I thought. So I would like to thank everybody for
It's
showing
actually
up.
10 more than I thought.
What are y'all looking to raise? Well, depends on who gets their way. um, I want to do some goats to use as brush control, and chickens, of course. Turkey, ducks, since we have a pond, geese. Uh, I would really, really, really like to have a pair of Highland cattle, but that's way down in the future because the prices are high, to say the least. And of course, there's going to be horses. You had no faith in me. I watched what?
You watched.
Yeah, and maybe feeder pig or something just to raise. I don't want to breed pigs. They're too much of a pain in the butt. Unless I can get some coonies. If I can get some coonies, then we'll probably raise and just butcher the offspring. Goats, any offspring they produce will be either eaten or sold off. Same with pretty much with the rest of the animals. Meat won't be in short supply. I hunt, so we've got that option as well. You too, Brenda, and thank you for showing up. And it's been an hour, and we need to get off of here. We still got packing and stuff to do yet. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up, and it's been great chatting with you too, Pete. And I'll have to check out your channel because I don't know your name, and I'm sorry about that. Uh, but she's still in her work clothes. She didn't get home until about 10 after 7. Yeah, it's hard for us to do because of the time difference, which is one of the reasons I didn't push it too hard to start with. But because the special news we got today, it
Look, Pete's name is Pete.
Pete's name is Pete. I kind of figured that. But because of the news today, we wanted to go live and share it that way.
And I got totally surprised by going live because I didn't know.
What time is it here now? It is almost 10 o'clock at night here. Your dinner is cold?
What
The
dinner?
dedication. What dinner?
I didn't even have dinner yet.
We haven't eaten yet. It's just 10 o'clock now. So yeah. Thank y'all. I'm gonna shut the stream down. And hopefully sometime in the future we'll be able to do this again. Bye.
Bye.
It's 3 in the afternoon. It's crazy. Time difference. Oh, they're great job for your first one. See ya. Boop.